Welcome to another fight night here, live from Firestorm Cardiff. I'm Fish, that's Jack, and well, what can we say? Opus 23.
Looking forward to some Opus 23 games. Curious to see what everybody's decks are going to be.
Everyone looking forward to Chaos?
Might not see that. Might not be in every deck.
Look, I know that Hobby Japan, Square, whoever organises this game, don't watch me. That would be stupid. But if you are, please ban Chaos.
Come on, it's only been a week.
It's been a week. It's too long, right? But we've got some interesting ones, though.
Yeah, I think there'll be a bit of variety at the start because there's not been too many decks published publicly at the moment either because there's been no events yet.
Yeah.
So.
And sadly it had Huddersfield this weekend, but it's still Opus 22.
I don't think
right?
sadly. I think gladly it's still
Opus
Opus
gladly it's still Opus 22.
Because I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got an interesting one. We're not starting for another 5 minutes or so, but we have got an interesting one for you to start. Morgan versus Ben, mono water monsters. Excuse me, with his sort of typical flair of the random one-off Atmos with a Chaos twist, with a mono lightning opponent from Ben. So
yeah, so Witch of the Ferns obviously going to be seeing play in that water deck because that is the way to play them now. I think. This hook out in the lightning deck got a lot of cool things. This if Ben is playing the Scion side, otherwise I think it's just like the Odin and a couple of monsters that go in. So I'd be curious to see how that one ends up.
Yeah, man, the instant speed of that Witch of the Fens is going to be scary. Parents have just been given a shout out. I know they're at the table already, so we're going to quickly go over to the gameplay live table. And I'm probably going to give them a quick shout just to say they can start if they want.
No worries. And hello, Talavas, Limsmith, and Decahedron. Good to see you all. And any questions or anything you want to let us know, or just say where you're from in the chat, feel free.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining us. As always, some new names except for Decahedron. Obviously, yes. I recognise you. Always watching, always tuned in. Thank you very much for that.
These are some squeaky chairs today.
Yeah. So, I
haven't updated the names.
Have not, no.
The deck names.
I have come in a bit too prematurely.
This is still my game from last week where I demoed against Connor.
It's fine.
Not last week, 2 weeks ago.
You keep preambling, I will update this scoreboard.
Yep, so both players getting ready. You did tell them they're good to go when ready to go. Okay, so very curious to see what the lightning deck's going to be like. I know I did see it because some deck lists were posted on our chats, but I can't remember what entirely was in it. Other than what I loaned Ben.
Okay. So enlighten us. What did you loan our young Ben?
So it was one of each Odin, the 5-drop one, and the Opus 21 one that breaks a 4 cost or less, or a monster, which is good in this matchup. Some Ultimecias, because I think in a mono lightning deck that always goes in. Sid of Clan Gullies, and it was an Opus 3 Lightning, which puts an Odin to the top of your deck on play, and she's an EX burst.
And we do have a new Odin this set as well, which we got to spoil.
It's just a flat break.
Yeah. No, and the fact you can make that thing cheaper as well. Was it by
Make it
6?
Cost 3, yeah.
Woof.
I have said I do wish it said reduced by 1 for each card you get rid of, rather than requiring 6.
Yep.
But it's still a good card either way. I mean, something that just has flat break on an EX burst is always going to be good.
Yeah, exactly that. Now, I have seen a few friendlies that Morgan played before we started, and my God, can his board go real wide, real quick.
Just get 3 backups, play Realm, go, here's my monster board, and play Witch of the Ferns afterwards.
And to be honest, his opening hand there wasn't particularly great. He did have a few monsters that allow him to search.
You still want to start off on backups though,
yeah,
or you want to build
absolutely.
up.
His build is interesting. I'm building a very similar deck to this, but I'm taking it down another route where there's more EX bursts, so I can kind of utilise Unifrayer a bit better. But Morgan tends to just go, no, I can deal with this with monsters. If I have to use cheaters, so be it.
I think 2 realms in hand, a chaos, and I think there's a whacker backup on the left.
Yeah,
it is. I'm correct. So you're gonna hit something here.
Well, I mean, hitting that Thornton's pretty nice right off the bat.
What you want, but I think Morgan probably just passes here and holds it out. And you've been to 2 monsters, which is obviously worrying. But Chaos can now use these.
Yeah, I don't think he has to worry about it, to be honest. So,
well, there is some breakdown removal in Lightning of Irvine, which I can already see in Ben's hand.
Ooh.
The only card I can see in Ben's hand.
And he is going to be able to hit a lot of characters with that very quickly.
Yes, I think Irvine's going to be a very good card to play here in Lightning.
But you do need to be careful, though. You don't necessarily want to put monsters to 3 damage if you can help it.
Double Odin for an Aldo. So what do you think you get here? Because it only searches forwards, correct?
Yeah, that's it. I'm not really sure what we'd be looking for here.
Just making it quicker, doing Aldo and Seymour at the same time. So someone's going to the top, and
so I'm expecting probably like an Odin or something to go on top.
Always.
And unless he's maybe thinking that he just wants to dig to an Ixion as quickly as possible.
I suppose those new monsters do become a forward when there's 2 out, so
yeah,
they just streamroll
and they're 2 drops, you know, so...
I'm not sure what the forward you're going to get here is, though. Man in Black, okay, so you can start recurring those Odins immediately.
Yeah, and there's that other Odin he's put on top.
So
That,
not on the X-Burst.
no, but that's one that breaks monsters, though, right?
Breaks a 4 or less forward or monster, yes.
Oof.
And if you have 5 or more lightning characters, you draw a card.
Yeah, and Decahedron, yes, this is Opus 23. It is legal as of today. For us,
anything
anyway.
casual or tier 3, I think it's legal.
Yeah, exactly that. So any like proper organised event like Huddersfield, for example, this weekend is not illegal.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah. So, but yes, we are officially live with Opus 23.
So immediately realming. Probably going to hit a...
Apkallu and probably his Atmos here, yeah.
I still think you should get a Blue Dragon for double draw.
I would be inclined to agree with you if I was playing this, but Morgan had a lot of success with this sort of makeup last time.
I'd like the Atmos a lot more if there were more backups out. At the moment, you've only got the one backup. Drew another Chaos there as well. Is that another? Does he have another monster in hand? Because he could Chaos here and remove 5 because this.
I mean, do you really want to risk it though? You're going super wide here, and you're realistically still not entirely sure what
there's
you're
no
going
Raijin or Fusion you're hitting with the S either with this because it's a water deck. Well, mostly mono water deck. We've got an Atmos in there. Is there any other non-water cards in the deck that you know?
Just Chaos.
It's just Chaos.
Just Chaos, yeah. He did borrow one of mine off me earlier, so he's running 3 Dark Chaos now.
The new Silver Dragon isn't in there for a bit of protection?
No. I did, like I said, that was what kind of my idea as well, but no, he likes his Atmos, and I don't blame him. He's done a lot of work for him.
I really rate that Silver Dragon, but a lot of people don't seem to like it at the moment. So Ultimisha and Irvine there for a Tin of Clan Gully. Getting back the Irvine and then casting the Odin to kill the Atmos. Now I'm not sure that was worth discarding the Irvine for because it's not online. There's only one backup. It's untapping at the moment. Albeit there could be some more played.
Yeah, again though, an Atmos being hit is kind of nice though because now you're losing out on that extra bit of a CP.
Which of the Ferns? Nothing to kill at the moment.
Yeah, and it cost 4 for him to do that. I probably would have just...
I would have held on for next turn.
Yeah, just carry on playing your monsters, you know?
Chaos,
okay, we're going for it. Now, I would love to bring you Chaos, but I don't think we have the cards.
So yeah, removing
yet.
5 and Ben's already discarded his hand because you don't need a forward to make the discard go up.
Yeah, which is something I learned earlier and frankly made me utterly sick.
It's an Chaos and the old Chaos and Arc in one.
Yeah, absolutely. Chaos being used. There, Grammary, he is way ahead is Morgan. Like, damage-wise, not so great, but I'm not sure what answers Ben could even have in his deck.
Ixion.
Yeah, but again, though, that's...
It kills Witch, yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. And those Apkallus are now just ammo.
Just
holstered and ready. Yeah,
on anything you play.
Honestly, Witch of the Fens I love so much because it reminds me of Ursula.
You can Cloud LB here to kill the Witch and force it, but I think that's... probably the best play you can do.
But again, I don't think Morgan really cares. I know he's already discarded another one.
It would cost 2, though.
Yeah.
Because it's only 7k, so you'd have to use both to kill the Cloud.
That's fine.
I would say that's Ben's best play here.
I still think Morgan should go... Yeah, so he's following your line of thought. I still think that the Morgan should go deeper into his monsters here.
You want to get rid of if you're on Ben's side, you want to get rid of his monsters as well, because otherwise Realm starts bouncing any forward you play to hand.
Yeah. But looking at the breaks one, I think we've lost... Well, we've at least lost one Tomberry, but I'm pretty sure a second one was in there.
I think Morgan's been burning through them quite quickly.
Yeah.
So swing. No EXs.
Dodging EXs like Matrix in the Neo.
That's
Matrix
one.
in the Neo,
It
Neo in
doesn't
the
kill
Matrix.
anything.
Yeah, that's
No,
nothing.
doesn't do
nothing.
anything. It only breaks a 3 or less on the Express.
Yep. So Ben now 3 cards in hand, 3 backers though. He's got a little bit to do, but
What was the new LB cards that Lightning got? There was Edge,
Nyx.
which doesn't do anything, and Nyx is costing 5 unless something of your... Is it one of your forwards has to die in your turn?
I think it has to be a specific
Or
15.
a forward dies
Yeah.
this turn.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a 15, but I think a forward has to die this turn.
Yeah, it's not good either way. So,
This is round 1, yes.
yeah.
Ready.
Ibasu with his first time chat. Thank you for joining us. I know we were into Opus 23, but where do you guys all come from? How come out of nowhere?
Lightning character or 15 character died this turn.
Yeah.
So I can't see what Ben's got in hand, which makes this hard for me to to judge what the play will be here. But he's staring down 2 reasonably annoying forwards. Realm's not very big, but when you start getting monsters on field, she's a problem.
Do we have enough monsters in the break zone for another chaos? Oh well, that's an
there's
entry
only
effect.
2 at
So
the moment, yeah.
yeah, I keep forgetting. At least that's the one thing that's nice about chaos is that you can only do that entry once.
But every time Chaos is on board now, you're at that threat of going, I can't even go to damage 6, because
Yeah.
if they S once, I lose.
Yeah, exactly that. We have an Ultimecia.
Not enough in break.
No. And to be honest, what would you want to steal here? Nothing, right?
An Estinian and something else. Is the Ultimecia coming in?
It is.
Okay.
So are we just going to... Well,
So you don't steal anything,
Yeah.
but your break zone is now protected.
again, though, like that doesn't really matter because, well, frankly, you're not...
If you can draw another one, she's a good S effect because it's 10k power reduction.
Problem is we do have a Lena, not 12 in break zone yet. Oh, and there's the Chaos S. So we're going to mill 10. And we are going to have our opponent put something into the break zone.
That's 2 gals I think Morgan just lost.
Yeah. And another realm. Lot of good stuff there, but
Fail Thanos is a good hit.
that's pretty sweet. Problem you got though, if you're Ben, is that we do have now a live Lena in hand, and there's that. Yeah, I think we'd probably
Is that 12?
Yeah, well, he's just milled 10 and he had whatever was in there.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's probably gay.
Yeah, I think we're looking at the end here. You can't really do anything to stop this, Ben, unfortunately.
because the 12 is the payment, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
This has not gone the way I expected.
Ben, yeah, thank you for doing that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think Ben is now ruining the fact that he did not play that Irvin. Because if he could have been taking those characters out of the break zone, we're looking at entirely a different thing here.
So I'm surprised he bounced the forward there. I'm surprised you don't just bounce the back up to kill the forward.
Yeah, that's very true. Because now we could, in theory, replay it.
He could have just killed the Ultimecia.
Yeah. Because now he can steal.
I don't think he'd have 15 in his break zone still.
Really?
I don't think. I don't think Ben's played that much.
Well, I can't really fault Morgan though. He's played this like an absolute corker.
He was like that. Lena Leviathan's come in, considering it's someone he was debating taking out the deck.
I know, right? This is. I think Ben is looking.
I think that Irvine had to come down much sooner.
Yeah, he needed that round, like turn 1 or 2 easily enough, just to start stripping those monsters out to reduce the amount of cards in break zone. But
Chaos showing why it's a disgusting card.
yeah, and I will say this again: please ban that Chaos.
The fact that every card that cares about you having cards in break now has a card that goes put 10 in there.
Yeah.
It's
And
really cool.
And as a man that used to play all those disciplinary committees and stuff, you love it.
I wouldn't put it in there.
No, I bet
doesn't
you
go in my deck.
No, but still, watching the stuff that it can do is just wrong. Like you don't need 30 minutes for games anymore. Yeah, there it goes.
I think
There it goes. Ben realizing the writing was on the wall. There was nothing further he could do.
just didn't hit the experts either.
Yeah, and to think we barely saw the monsters make an appearance in that. We saw Apkallu twice and
2 Akkallus, and I think that was it. We saw the Tomb Raiders not get discarded. We
Yeah.
saw an Atomos die.
well, again though, Morgan playing that like an absolute corker. So guys, we will take a quick 5 minutes. Let's get Morgan over here and let's have a chat. And we're back with the winner of round 1. Morgan, man, well played.
It's long overdue. Monsters need some time on stage.
No.
So obviously a bit of a pet of yours was, let's start with the Atomos there. obviously we discussed beforehand Silver Dragon as a new potential possibility for protection.
Yeah.
Any particular reason that you stuck with the Atomos?
I just autopiloted. I honestly, I looked at my options. I said Tro would be great here. Might see a Sahagin. I'm up on 3 of those, so it's a good idea. I said the blue one for the draw, Tomberry for the draw. You said blue one for the draw.
Yeah.
To me earlier. Tomberry for the draw would have also been good. Gizmo look. I had lots of options. I just looked at Atomos and went,
That one.
9 times out of 10.
Well, we did see it force a bit of removal from Ben's hand, which we may have not have seen had you maybe played one of those other cards.
That was also nice. It gave me Chaos setup.
Yeah.
So I was just already 5 in break off of playing Chaos.
It was an expensive cast for that because he wasn't getting the drawback from it either.
Yeah.
I think the biggest part we got to talk about is that sort of last turn there. Chaos, S-Effect, Lena Leviathan. Like, how good did that feel? Did you plan that, or was it just a lucky top deck?
So 3 turns prior, I had the Chaos S. I sat on it, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, there's no point, because I might drop all my Lenas and Leviathans. I don't want to do this. Draw the Lena on the next turn. No, Leviathan, sorry, on the next turn. Said, yes, okay, we're on it. Turn after that, as if by magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! Heart the cards here, in the wrong game, but we draw ourselves the Leviathan. And I said, okay, that's it. We're now free to just drop the S and close Chaos. Literally.
Yeah, exactly that. Now, obviously, we're all a little bit concerned with Chaos, I think is the gentle way to put it. In your opinion, is it as bad as we think?
Yeah, it's going to be problematic. I got into discard for nothing. I failed target, but because I don't choose. It's silly. Like, other cards in that condition would say, if you miss, you lose. You lose the ability because there's no target to continue the ability. They're 2 separate abilities for
It's
one
that
payment.
odd bit of your opponent has to select, so it doesn't care.
Yeah, they miss and not you, and it's
And
huge.
what was the other bit as well? The S effect is no turn limitation. You can do it whenever you want. Not that I'm sure if you'd ever
The
really
mill
hold it.
10 is the cost,
Yeah.
so you can't prevent them milling.
It would have been very bad manners, but I could have waited till 6 damage and done it on his
Yeah,
turn.
we were chatting about that of like when Chaos is on field, you kind of can't ever get to 6 damage because
No.
you lose.
It's uncomfortable, yeah. I will say I got uncomfortably lucky. My opponent was packing 26 EXs.
Yeah, we hit 1, which didn't do anything.
Which is not bad.
So dodging lightning is good enough for today.
So I think the only other real thing for us then to mention is that we did, as much as you're playing a monster deck, you did get rid of a lot of your monsters early on for discard, things like Tomberry and things. I know you didn't start particularly strong backup wise, but I know you're not really running recursion for the monsters in there. Were you convinced that you were alright with that? Or?
It was the Chaos that swayed my mind. I drew Chaos in the first turn. I was like, let's get 5 monsters in so the option's ready. As long as the option's ready, I can do it whenever I want. So, yeah.
That's fair enough. Well, man, really well played.
What's the skew? How many monsters are in the deck roughly, do you think?
It's 15 at the current moment.
Okay, because I've seen some where there's like 20, 25, they're around like 7 forwards.
Yeah, the list I was trying to build was on around 25, I think.
Yeah.
I want to go to a steady 18 because I
Okay.
want Sahagin Chief, but it's hard to find in the UK right now. So
Yep.
if there's anyone
It's a
watching,
lot of
please
play.
sort me out. I'm begging you.
I'll see if there's any at Huntersfield when I go.
Yeah, have a look for me, Brad.
They're not even like heroes or anything, right?
No,
Yeah, they're like
they
commons or
are
rares,
a
yeah.
Opus 11
They were
rare,
yeah.
I think. Yeah, rare. Opus 11 rare.
Well, you heard it here, folks. If you can help poor Morgan out with some Sahagin Chiefs, please contact us in the Discord. And again, check out all of our socials at CymruCactuars.com. In the meantime, we're going to go to a quick beer back, and we'll be back with you with round 2.
Thanks so much for tuning in, guys.